Hi everyone, good Wednesday evening. It's Eric Wilhelm here with Weather for Weather Geeks. It's the Mahoning and Shenango Valley's most in-depth weather video. We're going to have a full recap of our snow from this morning and a preview of what's to come in the next several days. Lots of interesting things to talk about as we get set to head into the final week of February. First, I thought I would allow ourselves to reminisce about a year ago today, on February 20th, 2018. Remember this? It was 73 degrees. It was a record high. What a stretch of weather we had at this time last year. We had a similar stretch in 2017 with 70s during the final week of February. Nothing like that this year, unfortunately. All right, the snow this morning. We're going to grade the forecast a little bit. At the Youngstown-Warren Airport, a paltry 0.8. The storm definitely, our forecast was definitely too high once you were north of Youngstown and especially north of Interstate 80 up into Trumbull and Mercer counties. So 0.8 at the airport brings us to 5.2 for the month. We're running 3.8 inches below the average. All right, here was the snow map, the final snow map I put out last evening. And let's talk about what happened here. I'm going to kind of grade how we did. I put a little bit of this on social media earlier on. Kind of in, well, this area right here. You know, the forecast was a little overdone, certainly, especially in the 3 to 5 area. I would give us a C in this far southern tier of Trumbull and southern Mercer. Give it a B up here. Some places tried to get up to 2 inches, but generally it was coating to an inch or two once you were up into central and northern parts of Trumbull and Mercer counties. But I would give the forecast an A in the rest of the 3 to 5 zone because 3, 4, even 4.5, close to 5 inches, fairly common throughout Mahoning County, Columbiana County especially, and even into parts of Lawrence County. But, you know, as I talked about last night on my on this video and on my Facebook Live, I told you there'd be some places down here that have a pretty good chance of seeing up to 5, and indeed, there were 4.5, 5-inch amounts in central and especially southwestern parts of Columbiana County. Here's a few official reports called into the National Weather Service today. I'll just query a few of these. Down in southeastern Columbiana County or near Glenmore, 4.5 inches. Up towards the Lisbon area, a couple or a few inches, pretty common up there. But again, once you got north of I-80, up into Sharon, you know, an inch or so was pretty common. Austintown, a couple or a few inches was, and that was pretty representative of the Canfield area, the Boardman area, the Poland area as well. A lot of Mahoning County got about 2.5, 3 inches worth of snow. All right, now we have a little bit of lightning off to our west. Not much fresh in the last couple of scans here, but we've had some lightning with some of the rain pushing across the I-71 corridor. Interestingly enough, early this morning, even though this says last 30 minutes, I forgot to change it. What I'm showing you is the wee hours of this morning. We had quite a bit of thunder snow in central and southwest Ohio. We showed you a little clip of that on 21 News at 6 this evening of areas around 270 on the west side of Columbus, seeing some lightning embedded with the snow. Thunder snow happens. It's not all that uncommon. I mean, it's sort of uncommon, but not as uncommon as you would think. And, you know, I did a little explainer at 6 on this as well. The process for lightning occurring in winter storms is very similar to in a traditional spring or summertime thunderstorm. It's all about the friction, stuff rubbing together within a thunderstorm cloud. Usually those clouds are up at 20 and 30,000 feet, and it's a lot of chunks of ice banging into each other and causing a buildup of static. Well, of course, in a snowstorm or a winter storm of any kind, the clouds aren't nearly that high. It's much lower, but it's the same idea. Chunks of ice, snow grains, snow pellets, hailstones, sleet pellets, and raindrops, and all sorts of things going on at the cloud level, banging into each other and leading to a static buildup, and that gets released as lightning, and of course lightning causes thunder. So yeah, we had some thunder snow out in western Ohio this morning. When I recorded this video at 7:05, it was raining. It's just a lousy evening. It's a cold rain. I mean, we have temperatures in the mid-30s with rain this evening. It's not much fun out there at all. At least we're not dealing with the ice. The ice is a much bigger concern well east of I-79 this evening. Anyone traveling on I-80 east of I-79 or across the PA Turnpike, across the southern tier of the Keystone State, that's no fun at all tonight. Winter storm warnings are out for places such as Altoona, Johnstown, State College, up to Williamsport, and then down into the southeastern corner of Pennsylvania as well, around Harrisburg, and heading down into Hagerstown, Maryland as well. All right, back here at home, here's what you can expect. Just like last night, my model doesn't want to load. I've got a little bug in my high-res Futurecast here. It doesn't want to load for me at this time of the day. Well, the rain's going to taper off around midnight or so on average, and the rain should be gone for your Thursday morning. Actually, a pretty decent day coming up tomorrow. It may be pretty cloudy to start. I think the sky will definitely brighten as we get into the afternoon, allowing temperatures to rise up to about 43, a few degrees above the average. We also have a decent day coming up on Friday. This will be a veil of high clouds, making for a milky sky, but you'll be able to faintly pick out a dim sun behind those thin high clouds Friday. Now, interesting times ahead as we head into the weekend. I think Saturday probably starts dry. Best chance for rain will be as this mass of showers with a warm front pushes in later in the day on Saturday and into Saturday night. And then this low pressure system, almost on the edge of the screen, is really going to what we call bomb out as it heads into the upper Midwest. It's going to rapidly strengthen, and that's going to lead to a big wind problem for parts of the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and around where we are as well. So again, there's the shower activity late in the day Saturday into Saturday night. There's our low pressure system bombing out over Michigan. And Sunday morning probably starts quite mild, quite wet as well, and the wind will be picking up, that's for sure. Now, picking's not a word. It'll be picking up. As we get into the midday and afternoon on Sunday, I suspect most of the rain tries to shove east, but the bigger story will definitely be the wind by Sunday afternoon. Notice how tightly packed together our isobars are here, and I suspect temperatures actually fall Sunday afternoon after a morning high well up into the 50s. We'll probably see temperatures tumbling through the 40s in the afternoon. Check out some of these wind gusts modeled here. 50 to 55, I think, is on the table for wind gusts on Sunday. This could be high wind warning criteria for us on Sunday, and power outage problems could result with that wind threat on Sunday. The wind will slowly diminish then by Sunday night and into Monday. Talked about this in recent Weather Geeks videos. Beginning of March looks pretty cold compared to the average. 8 to 14 day outlook, of course, takes us through the very end of February and into the first week of March. And a cold air mass for a lot of the lower 48, with only a couple of exceptions, Florida and the Southwest. This will be anomalously cold weather as we kick off March, but I don't think it lasts the entire month. I suspect by the second and at the latest third week of March, we're going to flip the pattern into one that resembles more of what we've had for a lot of the winter, actually, with more of a trough out west and a ridge in the east, leading to some milder than average temperatures around here. Thanks for tuning in to Weather for Weather Geeks tonight. I'll see you back here on Thursday evening, everyone.